Hi guys, Tiffany Caudill here, Double Diamond leader with It Works Global. I wanted to share a few things with some of our skills. If you've ever followed Eric Worre, he talks about 7 skills in network marketing. He has a book called GoPro. I live by it. That's what totally changed my business. So if you haven't followed him, I would definitely get that book. It's only a couple hours on audio, and it's so worth the time and learning. 2 things that he talks about in that is your presentation and then closing. So I wanted to go over those 2 things, kind of what I've learned from him, and creating your story and then how to close people pretty much, because we sometimes can ask the wrong questions, and questions are so important, and the best leaders ask the best questions. So as soon as you can get comfortable with that and learning how to talk to people in the right way, it will change your business completely. So the first thing I want to talk about is presenting, and then creating your story. You need to practice your story, and these are the 4 steps to making your story. So you're going to talk about your background, what you're currently doing, or what you used to do. So if you're already staying at home, or if you're planning on staying home, you're going to talk about that, or what you're already doing right now. Like, I'm currently working full-time, blah, blah, blah. If you're not, then what you used to do. Then you're going to talk about what you didn't like about it, or what you don't like about it. So these areas of your story are what makes the difference. So when you talk about a struggle, or you talk about something that's hard for you, that makes you vulnerable to people, and then people connect with you because they feel that way too. That's the biggest thing with what we do. If you tell a story to somebody and you don't have that struggle in there, you're coming off as a sales pitch to them, and you don't ever want that to be the case. You don't want them to overlook your opportunity because it is life-changing, but if you're not telling it in the right way, you're going to scare people away and think that you're just a sales pitch to them. So you have to talk about what you didn't like and have that vulnerable state for yourself. And then you have to talk about the solution that you found. So, then I found it works, blah, 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 or whatever your solution is. And then how you feel about your future. And you want this story to last anywhere from 45 seconds to 2 minutes. You don't want it to last very long, because you want to be able to spit it out quickly and to a lot of people quickly. So he'll even say, like, everywhere you go, anytime you see somebody and you're going to be around them for 45 seconds, they should hear your story. So if you're, somebody's cleaning your hotel room, tell them your story. If you're checking out with somebody at the grocery store, tell them your story. If somebody's behind you, tell them your story, because you're going to be there for 45 seconds. And you'll even say, do you got 45 seconds? I want to tell you my story. And so the way that he says it is so nonchalant, and the more you say it, the more comfortable you're going to be with it. So I'm still working on my story too. I do videos like this and record myself. I redo them 500 times, and so you have to practice them. I practice my story on my way to parties. I practice my story. I practice my party pad. Even though I've been doing this for 2 years, I'm still changing it up and still learning things. And you have to go off of how people respond. So you don't ever think that it's like set, but you need to practice it. And I'm constantly practicing my stuff too. So my story is, I used to do ultrasounds full time. I loved my job. I loved everything about it. The only thing I didn't like is that I had to drive 45 minutes to work and from work, and that somebody else was with my kids all the time. I would receive pictures at home, and I love them. Of course, they made me happy, but I wish I was there creating those memories with the kids. And I always heard so many people say, like, enjoy your kids now. They're going to grow so fast. And that really pulled tight on my heartstrings, because I felt like I was missing a lot by working 40 plus hours a week on top of drive time and traffic into Detroit. There was times that I was an 8-hour day, and it would take me 12 hours because of driving. And I was missing a piece of me, and I didn't really realize it, but I found a solution. I always say It Works found me. I didn't find it because I wasn't looking for it. I didn't realize that there was this piece in my life that I wasn't happy with, but I found It Works, or it found me. And I found the solution, and now I'm actually able, after 16 months, I was able to stay home and fully supplement my income and stay home with my family. And so now I'm super excited for my future, because I get to teach other people how to do this. I'm actually a recruiter for my company, so I can help other people make extra income and bring their families home. So I'm super excited about my future, and anybody's future that wants to change too. So that would be like my 45-second story. I don't know how long it really was, but something like that. And like I said, I'm always changing it. I'm always, trying to watch myself in videos and record myself so that I can make sure that I'm smiling whenever I'm talking, and, you know, change things up so that you're more attractive, of course. So that's your story. And that piece of, like I've already said, the piece of the failures or the struggles are what makes your story. So make sure you dig deep to find what that piece that you didn't like is. Then the next thing you're going to do after your story, whenever you're sitting down with somebody to do a presentation, of course, if you're just in the store, then just say, and here's my business card. You know, if you're interested, then here's my business card. And I try and get their information too. And then if I'm setting up like a one-on-one with somebody or have like a phone call and you're doing that party pad presentation, that's what you're going to show them. So you don't want that to take more than 20 minutes. You don't want to take a lot of people's time. You want to go through it pretty quickly. And we are very lucky to have our party pad because it literally just walks you through and you just pinpoint everything, and it's really, really fast and easy. So I'm super thankful for our party pad. And then you're going to invite them. So corporate already has this for us. They're going to invite you. Do you want to be a loyal customer or do you want to be a distributor? And so once they kind of, you know, hem-haw over that, is whenever you're going to go into the closing. So, you know, you had said that you wanted to lose weight. If I could show you something that, you know, you could take and add into your lifestyle and it could help you lose your weight, would you be interested in trying it? It's all if I would you, because you're going to ask these questions and figure out, you know, what products do you think that would, you know, that really grabbed your attention? What did you like best about my presentation? You're not going to say, what did you think? Because then you're opening up a door of negativity if that's what you want. So if you ask what they like best, you're attracting the good, you're attracting the positive. So that's what you're going to get. So for closing, it's going to be, what did you like best? So what's your favorite product? What do you think is something that you'd want to try? Or if they want to join the business, you know, what did you like most about the business opportunity? Then you're going to say, on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you at? So if I'm going to talk and break away from products and I'm going to go straight to business here. So, you know, what number would you be? Anything over a 1 is good because that means they semi-consider it. So anything over a 1 is good, tends being the highest. So, you know, then you say, hypothetically speaking, what would you need to make in order for this to be worth your time? What amount of money? So you can pull out the rank charts and say, you know, what rank would it be worth your time to make? You know, for me, mine was $100 a month. That's all that I wanted in the beginning, because if I made $100 a month, that means I could spend $100 a month on products and I didn't lose any money. So that's all that it was worth for me, was $100 a month. So everybody's going to have different answers for you for this. Then you're going to say, well, how many hours a week could you realistically commit to make that income? So say that I wanted to become Ruby and make that $500 a month. How much time would you be willing to put in realistically to get you to that point? So if somebody said 5 hours a week, okay, perfect. How many months would you be willing to work to get to that point? So if I'm not even gonna, if I would you, but okay, how many months would you be willing to work to get you to that point? And then whenever they tell you your answer, so that's the 5th question, then you say, if I would you. So they just told you the 3 pieces, the income that they needed, how many hours, and how long they were gonna do it for. So if I could show you how to work 5 hours a week to get to the Ruby status to make $500 a month within 10 months, would it be worth it to you? Would you join the business? Or would you become a distributor, or whatever it is that you follow with, right? So you just told them exactly what they wanted to hear. You gave them those things and you can show them what it is. Because if I wanted $100 a week or $100 a month, I could show somebody how to do that. If somebody wanted to get to ambassador in 1 year or triple diamond in 3 months, follow Tiffany Her. She can show you how to do that. You know, just go and see what she did. And we have the leaders that have done it, so we know it's possible. And so if somebody wants to do that, I can show you how to do it, because I know what Tiffany Her did to get there. You know, like that's all that you do. So if I would you be ready to get started? And then, of course, they're either going to say yes or they're going to have some sort of objection. So their objection could be, you know, some limiting belief that they have, like, oh my gosh, I would never be able to get into Ambassador Diamond. You know, yeah, I'm sure that the Ambassador Diamonds never thought that they could too. Like, you're going to have to, well, you shouldn't just spit off the end, but I mean, it's the truth. But when you tell your story, you're going to have less of an objection. So that's the importance of telling your story too. So you tell your story in that matter, and then you're going to have less objections. But you may have limiting beliefs, and you may have limiting beliefs about network marketing, because some people, before they even hear about it, it's a pyramid scam or whatever dumb things that they say about it. It doesn't work, whatever it is. They have that about network marketing as a whole. So that's some limiting belief that was already in their head prior to us talking to them. So now you're going to come at them with a formula. You're going to listen with respect, because you never want to, come across negative. If you listen to Sarah Rankin, she says the first person to get mad is the person that loses. So that can never be you. You can't get mad. You're not allowed to get mad. You don't want to lose, right? Okay, so you got to listen with respect, and then you have to relate with them, and then tell your story of how you're relating with them, and then go back to the if I would you. So, for example, I don't have any money. I totally understand. I've actually had other people on my team that haven't had money, and they've actually pre-sold their wraps. So if I could show you how to get $100 by pre-selling your wraps, would you want to get started? That would be an easy way to do it. Or I don't have any time. I totally understand. I was in that same boat. I worked full time, and I have my 3 kids and my man baby husband, and I didn't know how I was going to have time for this either. But I told myself that if I put in 5 hours a week for a year or 2 years, it would be worth me not working 40 hours a week. So if I could show you how to put that 5 hours a week and turn it into that income where you could come home, would it be worth it to you? If I showed you how to do that, would you want to get started? And then you could talk about how busy people are, the best in the business, right? Because they're always talking and they're always seeing people, because they're so busy, they're always around more people. So you can relate to that. I know, I totally get, I'm running my kids around to soccer practice, and I'm actually around more people than you realize. Once you open your eyes and you start looking at it, you're around a lot more people than you think. So you're going to be better at this business. So if I could show you how to do that, would you still want to get started? And so it just keeps coming back to that. They're going to have, like I said, objections, and they're all seeds. So it goes back to, if they don't want to start right away, it's planting the seeds. You're going to have your crops. You got your seeds, and then you have to water them, and then they're going to grow. So some people, they're not going to come around right away. I've had people that I've talked about and right away, no, I'm not interested. And then 2 months later, hey, actually, I might want to hear about this. So by me consistently posting on Facebook every day, then that's me watering all of my seeds that I've been planting that people would say no. Or the people that you message and they don't even say anything back to you. They see your message, but they don't say anything. And then 2 months later, like, hey, I might be interested in that. Like, you don't even realize that people are really watching you. Like, they really are. So just be consistent, and that's my best tips as far as like telling your story and then closing. So hopefully you guys got value out of this, and share it with your teams. Let me know if you have any questions, and hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, if you haven't followed Eric Worre, he's amazing, and get that book Grow Pro. You can get it on audio. That's what I do with all my audio books, and it will totally change your business, because that's what it did for me. So thanks, guys.